How would you feel if one day you woke up in a society where everyone looked the exact same as you? You'd probably think you teleported to a world where actually won. But in this world, everything is peaceful. Everything luxurious. The only thing threatening your life really is this idea of a looming war. But you're fine. The war's outside these walls and is being fought by unmanned vehicles nonetheless. Right? Attack on Titan came out in 2009 and hit the world by storm, selling over 15 million copies 4 years later following the release of its first season in 2013. It then went on hiatus, only to come back in 2017 and have a generational run all the way until 2024, becoming one of the most influential and prolific anime to come out in our time. It was a genuine internet sensation. I mean, we had celebrities, TV shows, influencers come out praising its weekly episodes like millennials glaze Game of Thrones. And dare I say, the sole reason why a lot of people now think anime is cool is because of this anime. Yeah, prior to AOT season 4, anime was like contraband, if you even mentioned it. And because of the success, much like the success of anything, there tend to be a few copies. Muv-Love Alternate, Black Bullet, Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. Wait, how does this... Oh, right. But one of these copies stands out, and it stands out so much that calling it a copy would do it a disservice. Even though... Isn't that just ODM gear? What the frick? Is that Armin? I present to you 86. 86 is an anime that I once wrote off as being an Attack on Titan copy, much like a lot of people, and I don't blame them. But after giving it a chance and watching just a couple episodes, it was able to fully convince me that it wasn't just ripping off Attack on Titan, that it was way more than just a copy, and it was creating its own story that just happened to be similar. With every episode I watched, the more I fell in love with the characters, the story, the atmosphere, music, visuals, the art. This anime felt like something that actually allowed the artists behind it to be artists and show they love it. But why did this anime captivate me almost at the same level as Attack on Titan? Who are these people? And what's the story? It starts off with us waking up with our main character, Lena Melise, to a beautiful city. When everyone around her seems to be in a world full of beauty and perfection. I mean, the streets are clean. There's smiles all around, and yet we get this feeling that somehow she is disconnected from all this. That this might be a world that at first glance catches you with how beautiful it is. A world that seems too perfect, everyone having too much fun. And as you look closer, you start noticing things. These cracks starts forming and you realize, wait, they all look the same. All have the same hair color, eye color. Are they all related? Is this if they won the war? Wait! This is the state of Alabama in 1,000 years. All these questions pile up before you even notice that in the morning as they play the national anthem, it's accompanied by this eerily perfect, almost AI-looking woman, constantly spewing out military propaganda about how their republic, San Magnolia, is winning the war using unmanned drones, and praising glory to the 5-color flag, which stands for freedom, equality, brotherhood, justice, and nobility. And that's all fine and dandy until we get to the military HQ where Lena works, and where you would expect to see strong, uptight, focused individuals upholding freedom, equality, brotherhood, justice, and nobility. You see them all drinking and slacking, joking about how these pigs died yesterday. And then we get the scene from Attack on Titan where Eren is mad at the soldiers for slacking off, blah, blah, blah. She's pissed because she knows something we don't. And before she can do anything, oh my God. I can't stand this woman. She's extremely endearing at first, but oh my Lord, does she piss me off. And you'll see why. Anyway, she comes in, stops her, and asks her why she cares so much about the drones.
Why do you care so much about the drones and how they're treated, Lena?
And what does Lena respond with?
We both know that they aren't drones.
Now, when she said that, an alarm started blaring in my head because an idea so sinister, so evil had crept in. The idea that these machines have pigs.
No way! There's pigs on those drones!
Shut up, Ronald! And no, they don't have pigs in them. These pigs are people. That realization explains why she's mad, but it still doesn't explain why everyone has the same Oh, shit. How would you feel if you woke up in a world where everyone didn't look the same? The world normal, no luxury, no clean streets, just plain old countryside. Now, personally, I'd love that, but that isn't all. This idea of looming war isn't looming anymore, and there's no wall to protect you. You're the only one responsible for your protection. But there's a great side to this. You have friends. Great, amazing, hilarious friends. Friends that all die miserably, gruesomely, day after day. And worst of all, you're there in their last moments. Every time. A stark contrast from the life inside the walls. 86 lives between these two worlds constantly, switching sides between life inside the wall and life outside the wall, with Lena inside the wall being the only person who seems to care that these are people, and the 86 on the other side fighting in every battle, sometimes to their last breath. I think this is what separated this anime from Attack on Titan for me. In AOT, the focus was behind figuring out why this Titan threat existed, and the focus was on eradicating this threat we know so little about. 86, however, leaves all of that on the table. You already know all of this from the get-go, and it focuses on something that I didn't even think would hook me. Relationships. There's something we all do as humans when we watch a show. We get lost in it. We get immersed, sometimes going even as far as imagining ourselves there. 86 develops these lovable characters into some of the most real relationships I've ever come across in anime. The inevitable moments when they lose a member of the group hit almost as hard as losing that one character in Maze Runner 3 I won't name in case you haven't watched it. The subtle way the anime conveys to you that there used to be so many more members with scenery was something I always ended up noticing. Like this, for example. This room is this big for a reason. Who knows how many have been lost, and yet you see smiles all around, joyful, knowing that all of this is going to end someday, either the day their term finishes, or... So this anime is peak. This anime is so peak. Now I was asking myself, why the is no one talking about it? My guess is that people wrote it off as being an Attack on Titan copy, or maybe the art style or use of CGI, which looked amazing, by the way. But anime fans genuinely combust when you tell them their favorite scene in the entire anime uses CGI. They could be having the time of their life, but as soon as you mention CGI, but after doing a little research here and there, I saw that everyone loves this anime. So why? Why is no one talking about 86? So that's why I decided to make this video, hoping to get more people to watch this anime that holds a special yet painful place in my heart. Because 86 is like this one game I used to play called Subnautica. If you haven't played it, I recommend you check it out. But it's a game that teeters between beauty and heart-wrenching horror. I find myself lost in 86's scenery, atmosphere, and the soundtrack that Kota Yamamoto and Hiroyuki Sawano, the same people who worked on Attack on Titan, masterfully created, right up until the show heart-wrenchingly ripped my heart out in episode 9. If everything I've said hasn't convinced you yet, just watch the show until episode 9. You'll see. 86 is an amazing anime, and if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you check it out. If you liked Attack on Titan, you'll be sure to love this one.